Does driving for dollars work? Okay guys, we're gonna jump into this question. Does driving for dollars work? Every single day I do a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And if you'd like me to answer a question just like this one, type in the comments below what your question is. I'll put together a video just like this for you and everybody else on YouTube. Okay, does driving for dollars work? It's a great question. I think why people get confused on driving for dollars is they try it for a day or for a week and they don't have a lot of success or maybe any success. And so they say, oh, I don't think this is for me. Driving for dollars is basically the art of going around and finding properties that are in need of some sort of repair. And this is where people miss the mark. You see, there's professional real estate investors out there that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in direct advertising. What they're doing is they're buying lists of people that meet certain demographics. That may be out-of-state owners or non-owner occupieds or multiple properties owned or properties with zoning violations. There's a myriad of ways, divorce records, the list goes on. And by the way, if you're a member, you have access to these same lists. But here's the thing. What happens is these investors are emailing these and sending postcards and calling, but there's properties that don't make it on the list. So how can I compete if I'm a little guy with a budget of a few $100s trying to compete with somebody that has a budget of $100,000 in a month? And the answer is driving for dollars. You see, what we're trying to do as a small investor is find things that slip through the cracks. And one of the ways we can find things that slip through the cracks is by eyes on the ground. You see, when I drive around, which we're going to right now, if I find a property that has some problems with it, if I can find something that doesn't look good and it's not something that's on the list that the other investors are going after, I may be the only one or one of few that is actually going after this house, which makes it a lot easier for me to be competitive on that and not have to deal with having a property where multiple people are going after it. So again, the idea is, first off, when I'm driving for dollars, I am going to find the zip codes where the most number of cash transactions are happening. And we can show you how to do that. I've got other videos that show you how to do that. You can check them out. Then the next thing that we're going to do is with that, we are going to make sure those zip codes are not super expensive or super cheap. What I want to do is make sure I'm not dealing with second homes. I don't want to be dealing with any of those types of things because if it's a second home, they're probably not going to be any type of financial distress. Then I start driving. So let's just say this neighborhood right over here meets that criteria. It's the zip code that has lots of cash transactions. It meets the price ranges, and it's not a place where people buy second homes and that type of thing. So what I then do is I start driving. Now, for those of you that are members with us, you have a cool app on your phone, which I'm not going to grab right now, but you have an app. You hit the button to start driving. That will actually track where you've driven before to make sure you're not driving in the same areas again. Now, you want to drive the same areas about every 6 months, but not more than that. So about every 6 months is what we're looking for on frequency of driving. So as we drive around, the app will let us know who owns the property. We can do a skip trace and get our phone numbers and those types of things. But what we're looking for is properties that have problems, properties that don't look good. So we're looking for peeling paint, or we're looking for a broken down garage, or we're looking for high weeds. In our app, you can actually select those things, and there's a whole list of them. I'm just going to come down to a random neighborhood right around the corner from the office to help you get a feel for what I'm actually talking about here. But this whole idea is driving for dollars, right? I'm finding these properties. Now, with that said, you have to find a lot of properties for this to work, because the majority of properties that you're going to tag and then want to do a skip trace, they're not going to be interested in selling. So you're going to have to get lots of them before you find someone that's actually interested in that. And so that's putting in the time. So typically, if I'm driving around, which this is not the turn I want to make, but typically if I'm driving around, I'm going to be able to get about 30 homes in an hour is what I'm going to be able to get as to properties that might meet the criteria. You know, properties that are overgrown or run down or whatever the case is. That's going to vary based upon your area. Some areas are going to be more, some areas are going to be less. It's really just going to depend. But as I find those properties, I tag them. Then as I tag them, well, the next step for me to do is market to them. And then when I get back to my office, or if I want to just when I'm in the car right now, I can hit a button and do a skip trace. That's going to give me their phone numbers. That's going to give me their email addresses, right? It's also going to give me landlines and cell phone numbers. So I'm just driving around trying to find something that looks like it may be a problem. I see some blue tarp over there, but that's not on a house, so that's probably okay. This is a really nice neighborhood, so it's going to be a little harder for us to find something here, but we're gonna look until we find it. This would not be the top place where I would be saying, hey, we needed to do something here. But look over here. Okay, so I'm seeing this somebody's moving here, right? Somebody is moving here. So this is 1178. I'm going to hit the button on 1178. I'm going to put that I'm seeing moving stuff, and I'm going to add that to my list. And then I'll do a skip trace. Now, if I have if I have some money to invest in marketing, I'm going to send some postcards. If not, I'm just going to skip trace and make some phone calls. That's the type of stuff I'm looking for. Let's come around here and see what else we can find. As we're doing this. So this is what driving for dollars is finding these properties, but you've got to find a lot of them. So it's about, you're going to have to find, I don't know, maybe 1,000 properties in order for you to find that one. And then that 1,000 properties is going to give you about 3 phone numbers for each one. And then you'll skip trace and get those 3 phone numbers. Then you'll have to call all those people. So I like to tell people, I think you can find a property in about 3 months time. It's just going to depend on your area, your work ethic. It's really going to depend on your sales skills, which can be improved. But with that, it may take you 6 months. It may take you a couple of weeks. It just depends on how hard you're working at. But I recommend that people spend about 15 hours a week. So I would recommend you spend about 2 hours a day during the work week, and then on the weekend you spend about 5 to 10 hours on the dialer making phone calls. So this is a property that's intriguing to me right here. You can see, whoops, this is a property that's intriguing. Okay, I've got these old trees and I've got cars everywhere, and I've got some broken down cars. So 1900, I can see broken down cars and everything else. That's going to be a property I'm interested in. This property right here next to it has overgrown. I would tag that property as well, and you can see the fence is broken down. So that's 2 properties right there, that 3 just in the last couple of minutes that I have found. Doing this for the next hour is probably going to find me about 30 properties. If I do that a couple of hours a day, I should add about 60 properties. I'm doing that 5 days a week. You've got to get the drift here. So if you just go out and find one property and do that, driving for dollars is not going to work for you. But if you're going out there and you're serious about driving for dollars, you're doing this on a regular basis, you're putting the time in, you're getting enough properties. If you are doing that, that's how driving for dollars is going to work for you and making those phone calls. Now, if you aren't able to make the phone calls or spend as much time, if you can spend some money and send the postcards out, you can do that as well. But the idea is that property that we just looked at, or any of these 3 properties, are not making it onto the big investor lists that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars because it doesn't meet some criteria for some reason. But I know, I've looked at the property, it looks like there may be some distress there, and if I can find enough people with that type of distress, cross-reference that against people that actually have equity, which is what we're able to do, then I can actually go and find some deals. That's what driving for dollars is all about. Now, I have a couple of things you're going to want to check out. I have a script on what to say for driving for dollars. You're going to want to get a copy of that, and if you text your email address to this phone number, you can. But let me give you the basis of the script. The idea with the script is when you're calling, you say, I'm trying to find the owner of 123 Main Street. And they're going to say, yes, this is them, or no, this isn't. And if they say, yes, this is them, you're going to say, I am an investor and I'm looking, I know it's a random question, but I'm looking to buy a property in the area, wondering if you'd be interested in selling. Most people will say no.
But 1 out of 1,000 may say yes, or 1 out of 100 may say yes, and 1 out of 1,000 you may buy. That's the type of thing you've got to be looking for. Now, if they say, no, I am not the owner, what you're going to do is say, I'm an investor wondering, I know it's a random question, do you have any houses you'd be interested in selling, or do you know anybody that would? You always ask that. It's asked for the referral question. So if you want a copy of my Driving for Dollars script, all you've got to do is text 435-294-0433. Just text that 435-294-0433. I'll put it in the description below, and we'll email you a copy of that Driving for Dollars script. You just have to text your email address. So Driving for Dollars in the end works if you work it. That's really what it comes down to. Are you going to put in the time, and are you going to do it, make it happen? One of the things we do is we reverse engineer success. And the way we do that is because we've put together a next deal blueprint. And basically what it does is you put in what you're trying to do in your time frames, and it gives you weekly homework as to what you need to do each week in order for you to get a property within the time frame. Now, that's not a guarantee, but it's going to give you some averages about what we're seeing around the country. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me, and tells YouTube I'm doing a great job. I have a video on 10 amazing strategies to find properties. We will put that in the description and link it up above. I also have a blog post, 26 ways to find off-market properties. You're gonna wanna check that out. I'll put that in a link below. Otherwise, consider subscribing if you've enjoyed this, and make it a very profitable day. Bye for now.